Thank you, Delta Foxtrot, for a $5 super chat. How can I change the O3 lens without changing the whole head unit? Yeah, because the O3 lens is glued in, isn't it? To tell you the truth, man, I would look it up. I know there's tutorials out there. People have done them. I haven't done it. How to repair scratched camera lens. It's not trivial.
What's up,
you don't just unscrew. Oh, hey, it's the Rotoraya workbench. That's Sean. Yeah, you don't just unscrew the lens. You decase the camera. After you've decased the camera, you remove the camera cable. Prep the camera for buffing? Oh, he's literally sanding the lens. Holy sheesh. Wow, Sean. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so this is what you'll do, except instead of buffing the lens, you'll replace the lens. I'm being told that Dax Neal did a tutorial. Dax Neal. Gotta love. I wish I had a camera with autofocus. Plenty. I'm gonna replace all my Panasonics with Sonys, so I could have autofocus and do shots like this. You ever notice I don't have any shots like this? I don't know. You don't watch my videos, I'm sure.
I do notice. I also notice you manually. I know that because I know you manually focus your camera. So.
All my cameras are set to manual focus, and the reason is, and when I do a shot, I'll like set the shot up and I'll reach up and I tap autofocus on the screen. But the Panasonic, I have G85. I have G85s as my workhorse, Lumix G85, and I've had them for years, and they're great cameras, but the autofocus is garbage. And the only time it matters to me is when I see shots like this and that I can't do. Because he's going to move that and it's going to focus on his face.
What's the story behind these cheap replacement DJI O3
Good audio,
cameras?
too.
Here's what I've found out.
Good audio. See how fast that worked? Okay.
Can't you get one of those like things that moves the ring? Is it not cost effective to not just get a new camera at that point?
Well, the camera needs to have autofocus. I'm not trying to rack focus. I want it to autofocus.
Okay. Aren't there like little autofocusers that you buy that are like on a remote and then they turn the wheel? Maybe I'm confused. But
I think that's for racking focus between 2 points. I don't think it's for autofocus. I mean, I could be wrong. Gotcha. Yeah, all I need to do is drop like $5,000 per camera. I have 3 cameras and a Sony and a lens. And then I'm good to go. Yeah, $15,000 is what I estimate. It's not worth it. I probably didn't have to buy like the $5,000. Anyway, so what I would do is I would look in this Dax Neal video. Is he going to show how to do it? Yeah, here he's clearly taken the lens off. But I don't personally. Yeah, there we go. He's replacing the lens. All right, I'll put that in the chat. I haven't personally done it. Yeah. All right, moving on.
Real quick before we go to the next thing.
Yeah.
If you look at my last post in the Discord, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I see.
There's like a thing you buy from DJI that goes on the side of your camera, and then there's another thing you buy that snaps on the top and can do autofocus with that.
Well, oh God, $700. I was going to say that's less than a Sony, but I'm wrong. It's more. I probably don't need to spend $5,000 on a Sony. Like I'm thinking of like the A7S III, which is I think what Stingy had several years ago, and it's like $3,000 for the body and $1,000 for the lens or something like that. But there's probably like like right now I'm using the Lumix G85, the Lumix G85, and that's like not a ultra high end camera. There's probably a lower end Sony that still has fantastic autofocus that sort of matches that camera. I don't know. People who are in the Sony ecosystem, an FX30. How much is an FX30? Oh, still $1,500, $1,600 plus a lens. Is that full frame? APS-C. So it's not. So I don't have to pay for full frame lenses. That's nice. Does it have a flip out screen? If it doesn't have a flip out screen, I can't. I wouldn't say I can't use it, but it's definitely one of the reasons I went with the G85. It looks like the screen does flip out. That's good. Interesting. That's still like gonna be, what is it with a, I don't know, 1850 lens, $2,000. That's still $6,000 for 3 of them. That's probably not worth. That's probably not worth it. It's tempting though. It's tempting. A6000. Does it do 10-bit? Doesn't matter. I'm not shooting 10-bit. Body and a 1650 lens. That's $650. That's actually pretty decent.
Chat has many recommendations.
No flip out lens.
I took this photo.
6400, 6500, 6700.
There's a lot
Somebody
of.
else says A9.
Global shutter. I don't think global shutter is a big deal for me. ZV-1.
They said that 6000 is old.
Sony ZV-1. Digital camera for content creators. I mean, this one doesn't even have a changeable lens. No. I mean, I would want one with a changeable lens. Come on, guys. Yeah, don't bother with the ZV-1. Alpha A. Yeah, I think the Alpha line feels in the ballpark of where I'd want to be. 1670 lens. How much is it with a 1670 lens? Doesn't say. Not available. 700 for the body. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate the suggestions. I'm probably not going to spend the money anyway, but it's nice to window shop.